All right, you guys hear me?
North Sheldon.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
we can hear you.
Okay, guys, listen. All right,
Oh yeah.
you guys are, listen. I get on duty. I like to have fun and everything. All right, guys. All right, but I'm gonna be honest. The past like 2 hours, I don't know what the fuck has been going on, but we have to repeat the comms 15 times. It's just it's getting ridiculous, man. Like the scene control is fucking ass. Like like everybody's just standing around like there's chickens with no heads. You guys are too quick to try to I'm gonna be real, get the W. Like it's getting ridiculous, man. Like I don't know what's going on, but we just need to like straighten up. You know what I mean? Like I know we all like to have fun, and we're all like laughing and shit. And trust me, it's me, Conan. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I don't know what it is, bro. But like I mean, you can even ask Bison or anybody else that's in command right now that's on duty. But it's getting ridiculous, man. We need to like straighten up and like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Just do your fucking job properly. This whole standing around like a chicken with no head and like needed to be given direction on what to do and just waiting for orders is not. You guys got to start acting without being told what to do, and like we all need to be on the same page. We can't go on scene. 45 people are standing still doing nothing, and then like me or Bison get on duty and have to direct everybody on what to do.
Is Rudy in here? Where's he at? Is he downstairs still?
Yeah, I think he's still downstairs in the cells before I came up here.
Okay, what was going on with that scene? Clarkson and I were on a whole other chase, and we had to swap over, and then we still had to take lead of a scene that we had no idea what was happening on. What was going on with the situation?
When I
I heard him call it out.
Speak up.
He said there was a traffic stop, and he said that they realized someone had a warrant.
Speak up, Tinker.
Okay, so all I heard was 78's gas station, Ginger Street. I arrived on scene. There was one suspect standing in a hallway of an apartment complex, opening fire on another officer. I opened fire on that individual. We were able to drop that individual. The other officers that arrived on scene, we set up a perimeter blocking the roads. There was two vehicles that were on scene, a black and color Stratum and a black and color with a yellow pinstriped MK2, I believe it is, that were on scene. They were told to leave the area. We had a motor unit that was circling as well. The black and Stratum and the MK2 went around where officers could not be seen, where it was the garden entrance, where it transfers over to South Rockford, and then opened fire on, I believe it was Nova that got open fire on. I then went to go and return fire when I was fired at with Class 2 weapons, and then I was shot down. Anything beyond that point, I'm unsure of.
Okay. Look, to get past this generalized do your job and stuff like that, guys. You guys are going to be leading a scene, and I'll talk. This isn't a bash on anybody specifically. If you're going to be leading a scene, and somebody has to come in and take over for you, and they actively ask on radio more than once who is leading the scene, and nobody says anything, there should be no complaining if like later on, and you're like, "Well, I was leading the scene, and somebody just took over." You should have spoke the fuck up. Clarkson and I asked 2 to 3 times each before we finally got an answer of who was supposed to be leading the scene. On top of that, there was no reason for anybody to not be leading this scene before Clarkson and I showed up, because right before EMS took off, to our knowledge, nobody was even leading it, and there was 15 to 20 cops on scene easily. I understand things get stressful. I understand you guys get everybody gets hyper focused on things and stuff like that, but we got to keep in mind that if we're not communicating shit, or somebody isn't delegating things properly or directing people properly, everything's going to go into chaos, okay? That's the main thing that separates us from the civilians, is that we have a controlled environment, where we try our best to control the environment with our training and expertise in the police field, okay? And right now, that's just not happening. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Yes, sir.
There's like 20 people in here. I need more than 4.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
I guess I'll take 6.
Yes, sir.
The main point of all these issues that we're bringing up is right now is that nobody's paying the fuck attention, and it's getting really frustrating. we repeat our I get like when people want to swap radios halfway through the situation, or people are off like getting their car repaired or whatever. But if we have to repeat ourselves 6-7 times, we're gonna get annoyed and we're gonna get frustrated. It's gonna turn into a bad day for everybody. Okay. Did you want to talk about something else, Clarkson?
No, I'm good. You can go.
Wesley, did you have a question about something from earlier?
I just think that, and I don't know, maybe this is like a shift difference or whatever, but I think command probably needs to be a little more clear about spikes and when and how we use them. Because it seems like every time I get on a scene, the people in charge have entirely different ideas about them. And it gets really hard because I'll do literally whatever you tell me. Like, you know, you tell me to shave my head, Bison, and get rid of my bowl cut, even though I love my mom cutting my hair, I will. But it's very hard to do that when you get mixed messages from people you're supposed to listen to no matter what. So I just like some clarity on like when we use them, how they relate in proportion to pitting and boxing. Because there's some people who will tell us that spikes are better than pitting and boxing because they're less dangerous when you use them at low speeds other than hitting a vehicle. But then other people think that they're like a last resort. I don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want to be told which is which way's up. That's all. Because yesterday we were doing a 37A meth run, and I know it's different than this scene, but one person told us we should be spiking meth runs immediately and at any time. And then another person, when we asked where we should set up for spikes, said they haven't even done anything yet. We shouldn't be spiking them. And again, I don't care which answer is right. I just want to know what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
I mean, in the case of the 37 Alpha, it should always be, once we get the units on it, aggression should be started. We have a very limited amount of time with those. I do see where you're coming from, but I don't think it should be a question.
Well, no, I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't think you should even attempt to give me an answer right now, because if you do that, it's just going to lead to the same issue I'm talking about, which is all of command have different ideas about this.
No, you're not wrong. Me and Bison were talking about it. We're going to bring it up in command chat. And
Every
I
single
brought this up in
command member.
command chat literally 15 times. But for some reason, it's still, they all say the same thing that I say. No, we shouldn't be just throwing spikes down like they're fucking chips or like whatever. Like,
yeah, it's
you know what I
tough
mean?
because in
you
that
don't,
scenario,
you don't just see another car.
I've been
just throw
told to
spikes
spike
down.
like 5 times there because in my mind it's like interference vehicle. It's been called out. It's authorized for pit box. They then approach the scene at a low rate of speed to pick up someone. I've literally been told multiple times by captains, lieutenants, etc., to spike that vehicle in that scenario. And in this one, it was seen as the wrong call. So I want some understanding of what I'm supposed to be doing. 100%, I'll do whatever you tell me. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I just want to be told.
I mean, I think me and Bison are in the same fucking thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we, dude. I say this to command literally every day, bro. And Bison knows it. I even brought it up 2 days ago. Somebody fucking did it, just running in and spiked out of nowhere. And actually, I don't even know what the cop. Bison, you remember that? I asked who the cop was, and I never got it. The running down in the middle of a foot chase and a car pulls up. Oh, let me just throw my fucking spikes down. It doesn't work like that. So you don't spike a car just because somebody's about to get away from you. You spike a car because it's moving and it's a dangerous vehicle and it's operating dangerously. If it's running over people or it's driving recklessly, you then spike a car. You don't spike a car because it's just about the guy you're chasing is about to get away from you because he's about to hop in it. Like, yeah, that's not how we were fucking taught, and nobody was taught that. You weren't even taught that in academy.
Well, we didn't have academy. That's probably the problem.
That's the fucking problem.
A lot of people didn't
we
have
hired
academy.
Quantity over quality,
and we were
nothing
taught
against
in
anybody
the field.
here. Yeah, exactly.
We were taught in the field, literally the opposite of what you're saying many times.
Yeah.
To be fair, in academy, we're not taught when to spike other than when somebody tells you to, right? It's not like we have specific circumstances when, you know, oh, now suddenly a spike has been approved, other than when somebody approves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You mean how to use them? That's what you mean.
No, I'm saying we get told by somebody that spikes are, you know, you have clearance for hitbox spike, but for spikes by
but see,
themselves.
if you have to take this long to explain it, there's a problem.
I'm trying to find the right words for it.
The problem is there aren't any because it's convoluted and everyone has a different idea of what that means. I know what you're trying to say, Thatch. I get the idea of you're saying it should be affirmative consent every time. But then I'm telling you that I've been told, why didn't you spike there? You don't need to get permission every time to spike. Just do it. I've literally had that conversation.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing in Shift 1.
So clearly y'all need to have a chat, which it sounds like Conan's going to facilitate. So thank you for that.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that here actually in the next few minutes. Don't worry about that. Does anybody have any questions about the situation that just took place, or does anybody have any concerns, comments, anything? Now's your time to say your piece without having to worry about pissing somebody off. Okay, that means that going forward there should be no fuck ups in terms of people leading scenes and responding to radio and paying attention. Yeah, what's up?
If that's the proper time, I want to bring something else up, which I believe is a huge problem.
Okay.
People attaching to calls without calling it. We ended up on 37 Alpha with 12, maybe 14 units attached. They just attached for some reason. So Brian had to make the call and call people out of it.
Yeah, that's a whole other situation. You guys should be paying it. Like, it's up to the people who are leading the scene to be watching all this stuff, but y'all should have the common sense in using, at least 2 of your 4 brain cells to determine if there's too many people on the scene and if you guys need to break off or not. I understand everybody in PD is a W chasing cop, but at the same time, we don't need to be, we don't all need to be on the same calls all the time. There's other people to catch in the city.
The next problem coming after that is people are just conga lining on every chase, and whoever is trying to do parallel is just by himself, and he is in danger because he's just standing alone, waiting to do spikes or waiting to intercept while they have 15 CVPIs behind 4 interceptors just chasing an A+ vehicle.
Okay, well, the same response is that the individual who's leading that chase or leading that scene needs to be paying attention to that kind of shit, and if not, then, take the initiative to tell people to fuck off on your own.
Okay.
Just because it doesn't matter what fucking rank you are, okay? As a lieutenant, I can go and tell the chief of police, I need you to break off and go parallel, or I need you to go do something, okay? If you're leading a scene, whether you're a fucking solo cadet or the chief of police, that's your scene to lead until somebody higher ranking says they're taking over, okay?
Okay.
If I'm a regular officer and you're a lieutenant, okay, and we're going through this chase and there's 5 people involved and you're one of the last 2 people to attach, I'm going to tell you and the other person to break off and go parallel. Just take initiative. That's all it is. Don't be scared to say, hey, there's 2 people in this chase. Somebody needs to go parallel, okay? I do that shit all the time.
All right, thank you.
Just don't be an asshole about it.
Yep.
Anybody else got any questions, any comments, concerns, anything? All right, cool. I expect smooth sailing throughout the rest of the shift. You guys are good to go back on duty.
All right, hell yeah.
Sounds
you guys
good.
some fight.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Hydra, I'm
Clarkson.
gonna die.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna pass out. I'm so hungry. Oh, I already ate 2 rings today.
Hey, Bison, can I ask you a question?
salad?
We are not going to have smooth
I
sailing
could
throughout the
use
rest of the
salad.
shift. Yeah, what's
no
up?
shit.
So this is gonna sound like a dumb question,
Thank
but
you.
No such thing. What's up?
when I first got hired on, so I'm a solo cadet, and I was
Okay.
told you're a solo cadet, you don't lead scenes. So whenever scenes like that happen, and I
Who
feel
told
like
you
I
that?
could, just my FTOs are like, there's like seniors, deputies, and stuff like that are gonna be the ones leading scenes, and you should really step in. That being said, I feel like in the last scene I could have obviously stepped in and done that, but I didn't want to, step on any fingers and tell people what to do,
If you're
if-
one of the first responding to a scene, you have the right to lead it. Okay.
Okay, no, absolutely.
If we're gonna turn this whole thing into a pissing match of I've been here longer than you, I know how to lead better, that's gonna be a problem. Now, if it comes to command members or like corporals plus saying, you're fucking this up, we're gonna take over, but in nicer terms, obviously.
No,
that's
absolutely.
that's one thing. Okay, I can't do anything about that. That's just how the world works. But if a deputy or an officer or a senior, something like that's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, you're only a cadet, so I'm just gonna take this from you anyway. That's gonna be another problem.
That's a whole nother problem in itself, bro.
Yeah, 100%. No, that makes sense. Like in that last scene, like I wanted to like step in and like take control, but I didn't want to, step on any
Yeah.
feet or.
Just
Yeah.
keep in mind that as a solo cadet, it's your job to prove to us that you can do shit on your own and you can lead
Yeah.
things, so we know that you can be promoted. So just keep that in mind whenever you're going about things, and don't just go big dicking people and saying,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
if they're higher ranked than you and they take it from you, just take it on the chin and then come talk to one of us and we'll deal with it.
Yeah. You gotta follow chain
Yeah,
of
you don't
command.
wanna. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
Thank you.
All right, everyone was sent up, and Brian Knight has.
Hey, Rudy, good shit out
speeder
there.
now.
I know
Yeah, no
you were
problem.
just being, and I say that in terms of like keeping a cool head and just like being patient, you know.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm still a cadet. I kind
still
of
a
like
cadet?
haze. Yeah, I took my final.
Okay, you got your okay, good, okay.
Yeah. The thing is, I was called it out, and once Hayes arrived on scene, I kind of let her take it over because I usually I like when higher ups are in command because I feel like people listen to people who are high command when they take over.
You're
you
not
know what I
wrong.
mean?
Okay,
So
well,
I like when that happens. So
that's true. But at the same time, don't let people walk over you just because you're a lower rank than them. We just had the same talk with that guy that just walked out. Okay.
yeah, I don't let people walk over me, but I like it. To me, I like it when someone who's a higher rank orders me what to do because it gives me insight of what I should be doing if I ever get to that rank. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why should I be leading these scenes if I don't know multiple people's experiences of leading scenes? You know what I mean? And seeing what Conan did really shined what I should be doing if I am ever leading the scene, and I'm the highest rank. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to let people who are higher ranking with me lead scenes to see what they do, so then I can learn in the future.
You're not letting that keep you from leading scenes, though, right? Like you
No.
leading stuff.
I lead. No. I lead scenes.
Okay.
Like I lead scenes. I lead a lot.
Listen. Between me
But,
and you, you just have that. I don't give a fuck mentality, bro.
Yeah. I mean, everyone, just look. I do have like I don't give a fuck mentality. I mean, even when okay, like Francis J. Francer was trying to assassinate Montag. The judges were iffy. Whoever arrived on scene, they wouldn't even do anything about it. But once they saw me, they're like, "Oh yeah, Rudy will definitely be on this case." So I definitely don't give a fuck at all. If someone like tells me off, I kind of don't care. It just depends. The thing is, like, whenever I come back at them, they get snippy with me. It's a snip battle.
You're good, brother. You're good.
Yeah, no problem. But I do appreciate you the way you lead the stream.
I appreciate
it made
you too
everything
as
a lot
well,
easier.
Rudy. You being calm helped me out. Sometimes,
Yeah, no
bro, I
problem.
can't take these motherfuckers, bro. It's
Yeah, no. To be
Man.
honest with you, if someone's leading the scene and they're not screaming at people, I feel like they're not really leading the scene that well, and that's my biggest flaw, in my opinion. I feel like I'm a little bit too nice because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
You're good,
I
brother.
think that drags me down sometimes.
You're good, bro. You're
The
good.
academy had
Sometimes,
100 people, Clarkson. You're dealing with 50% solo cadets on duty right now.
I don't know how it got to
Every single scene, and this is why I started taking command of scenes, is you literally have
Yeah.
to tell every single person what to do. If you don't, it will be like it was.
Yep.
100%.
That's also another problem. Is why are we hiring 100 fucking people?
I mean, I feel
I
like
think we're done hiring.
yeah, I heard
Yeah,
it's
I heard that
coming
5
to
months
stop
ago,
right
man.
now.
Right.